Good morning, students. Welcome to Srimeda IAS Academy. I am Gautam, faculty for Political Science and International Relations at this institution. Today, we are going to have a talk about one topic which we've been hearing all through, but probably which we have not really understood. That is the claim that Pakistan can never win a war with India. Is it true that Pakistan can never win a war, a conventional war with India? A good number of strategic experts, good number of representatives of intelligence agencies, even political leaderships, time and again make claim that Pakistan, owing to some of its own vulnerabilities, would never be able to win a conventional war with India. Why is that so? Why is it that people feel that Pakistan cannot win a war with India? Firstly, one aspect is very clear. There is an unsurmountable supremacy of Indian armed forces over Pakistan, both in terms of numbers, in terms of quality, in terms of material equipment and training, and of course, in terms of the morale that Indian Army has by virtue of its continuous victories against Pakistan. Indian armed forces has an overwhelming superiority over Pakistan, both as I told you in terms of numbers, in terms of quality, or as also in terms of the psychological edge that India has because of its continuous victories. Apart from that, there is one military doctrine which is time and again referred to by all these personnel, military intelligence, as well as bureaucratic personnel, as one reason as to why Pakistan can't win that war. And that military doctrine is called as strategic. It is said that Pakistan lacks strategic depth. So, what do we understand by strategic depth? Strategic depth is the ability of a state to absorb an initial military attack and then to be able to reorganize and regroup to launch a counter offensive or to mount a counter offensive. Now, this ability of a state is called as strategic depth. This is the ability of a state to efficiently defend itself when it is attacked and has received an initial blow. Please remember that in times of war, there can be phases where the war is in your favor, or there can be phases when you may be facing an adverse war situation. Every country should be prepared for either of these eventualities because we all know, we all understand that war and war outcomes are very highly unpredictable. You have seen instances in history that countries which were seemingly more powerful have lost horribly in wars. Therefore, countries seek to have their own defense and military doctrines. And one such doctrine is what's called as strategic depth. Strategic depth, as I told you, is the ability of a country to defend itself in the face of an initial attack launched by another country and to retaliate, to inflict unacceptable levels of damage, as well as sometimes even to inflict a defeat. Pakistan, unfortunately, for Pakistan, does not have strategic depth. Big countries like India, US, China, Russia, these countries have strategic depth because these countries, owing to their large territories, will have opportunities to fall back, regroup, and again relaunch themselves. Pakistan has geography as a constraint. At its greatest width, Pakistan is only around 480 to 490 kilometers. Therefore, Pakistan is woefully short of territory, firstly. And secondly, please also remember that very, very important locations of Pakistan, be it Peshawar, be it Pakistan's capital Islamabad, be it Rawalpindi, be it Sialkot, be it a very strategically important port of Karachi, all the important locations of Pakistan, locations which are cultural centers, industrial hubs, as well as population centers, as well as locations where their key military installations are present. All of them are at a striking range of India. India can very easily launch attacks. India can very easily overwhelm these territories, which can actually cripple Pakistan's ability to respond or retaliate. This disadvantage or vulnerability of Pakistan was clearly demonstrated first in 1965 war, when Indian armies had for the first time crossed the borders, in 1971 war, as well as in the recent Operation Sindoor. Even during the recent Operation Sindoor, Indian forces have amply demonstrated their capability to launch precision attacks at every square inch territory of Pakistan. It was realized that Pakistan's every region is vulnerable to India's attacks, precision attacks. This is Pakistan's vulnerability. This is Pakistan's lack of depth. Therefore, one key or core element of Pakistan's national security interest had been to attain this strategic depth. And for that purpose, Afghanistan was considered as a means by Pakistan to attain the strategic depth. Afghanistan could be an opportunity for Pakistan if there is a puppet regime, or if there is a friendly regime, or if there is an amenable regime in Afghanistan which can support Pakistan's aspiration of attaining this capability. Please remember, during 1980s, at the time of Soviet invasion, Pakistan's influence in Afghanistan strengthened, primarily because Pakistan, with the support of US, aided and abetted the activities of rebel groups fighting against Soviet occupation. Secondly, in 1990s, after the disintegration of Soviet Union and assumption of power in Afghanistan by Taliban, Pakistan's influence in Afghanistan strengthened considerably. And it is said by a good number of experts that between 1996 to 2001, Pakistan had actually attained that strategic depth. Pakistan could use Afghanistan as a buffer. Pakistan could use Afghanistan to launch anti-Indian insurgency. Pakistan could use Afghanistan as a cushion, as a region that it could fall back in case there is any attack by India. That's the reason why Pakistan in 1999 became emboldened and engaged in the Kargil misadventure, because Pakistan thought that it could fall back on Afghanistan if there is an attack launched by India and if Pakistan faces an adverse war scenario. However, this strategic depth which Pakistan was aiming for received a serious setback after American occupation of Afghanistan in 2001. After American occupation of Afghanistan in 2001, India renewed ties with Afghanistan. India engaged with Afghanistan by providing a series of developmental facilities, aid. India constructed the Salma Dam, which is described as Indo-Afghan Friendship Dam. India conducted a series of training sessions for Afghan people, bureaucrats, as well as personnel working at the grassroots to enhance their expertise, to strengthen stability and to improve livelihoods of Afghan people. The good work done by India and the goodwill diplomacy pursued by India in Afghanistan had paid rich dividends for India. Afghans started to view India positively. So Pakistan had lost that leverage it had with Afghanistan earlier. After the withdrawal of US and the resumption of Taliban, the levers of power in Afghanistan, Pakistan again thought that it could attain strategic depth. However, events turned otherwise for Pakistan as the Taliban regime in Afghanistan became anti-Pakistan. A new dispute was created with Afghanistan declaring its non-recognition of the Durand Line, the international boundary between Afghanistan and Pakistan. Pakistan's allegations that Afghanistan was supporting Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan also sowed the relationship between both these countries. The relationship between Afghanistan and Pakistan today is at a low ebb, and today Pakistan is in no position to attain that strategic depth, which gives it a military advantage over India. Please remember, lack of strategic depth, the superiority of Indian armed forces, of course, the psychological edge that India has drawn from the repeated victories that India had with Pakistan makes a victory for Pakistan most unlikely. And that's the reason why a good number of strategic experts believe that Pakistan can never win a war with India. So many times, within days, the Indian armed forces started knocking on the doors of Karachi, Islamabad, and other key cultural and economic centers of Pakistan, which shows Pakistan is highly vulnerable and a war with India would end very quickly because of Pakistan's geographical vulnerability. Thank you so much.